Hey guys, welcome to my Vinyasa flow class on Navasana boat pose. We'll be doing several variations of that, but first let's warm up. We'll start in Vajrasana, lightning bolt pose. Sit up nice and tall. Place the backs of the hands on the thighs. Just allow the shoulders to roll back and down. Bring the chin slightly in towards the chest so we're lengthening through the back of the head. Let go anywhere you can. Maybe you feel some resistance in the tops of the feet or the knees. Just quiet down that part of the body. You can start to deepen the breath, maybe making that slight constriction in the back of the throat for your Ujjayi breath, warrior breath, yoga breath, whatever you want to call it. But you don't have to make those audible breaths. Just keep a connection, drawing the inhales out a little bit longer and exhaling completely. Deep breath in together, and exhale, release. Let's come to child's pose. Widen the knees to the width of the mat, place the big toes together behind, and anchor the hips on top of the heels. Stretch the arms out in front, spread the fingers, forehead will come to the mat. See if you can connect through every finger pad, every knuckle pad to press the hips deeper on top of the heels. Draw the belly in and up into the spine, helping to elongate through the whole torso. And you can imagine broadening at the shoulder blades and the collarbones. Breathe into the whole back body. And press yourself onto hands and knees. We'll come into plank. Stack the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. We'll lift the backs of the thighs. Press up at the back of the heart. Reach backward through the heels, forward through the crown of the head. Tuck the tail. Draw the belly in. Energetically draw the wrists away from one another and towards the body. If you'd like to go deeper, maybe shift the shoulders a little in front of the wrists. Deep breath in. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Lift the hips, spread the sit bones up towards the sky. Can move around here, maybe pedaling out the feet one at a time, trying to bring some more space in behind each individual hamstring at a time. Inhale. And on the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. You can step, walk, hop to the front of the mat. Bring the feet hip distance apart. We'll inhale, flatten out the spine, maybe bring the hands to the shins. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Anchor down through all four corners of the feet. Send the hips high. And use the arms, the hands here to help draw the upper body to the floor. On your next inhale with the flat back but strong knees, strong feet, soft knees. Inhale yourself all the way upright. You can reach up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take a few breaths in mountain pose. Try to establish your connection with the floor here. Rooting down with the feet, maybe lifting the toes to grip less with them. Send the tail towards the floor, draw the belly in. We'll take a bind behind the back, so you can interlace the palms here. Maybe you keep the palms more closed, or if they need to be open, they can come open. Lengthen the arm bones away from the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades in and back, trying to find some length through the heart. Inhale. And exhale, we'll bend the knees, fold over the thighs. Uttanasana, bound forward fold. Keep on sending the knuckles forward. And when you're ready, inhale yourself upright. Bring the hands to the lower back, undo the bind. You can shake out the wrists a bit, roll the shoulders up and down. And come to the front of the mat. We'll do some C salutes. Probably heard of sun salutes, maybe you've never done these before. Inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flatten out the back. And on the exhale here, we'll squat, sinking the hips low, bring the fingertips forward, roll onto the back, bringing the legs behind, maybe the hands to the floor. We'll roll ourselves back up, coming through squat with control if you can. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do 4 more of these. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Flatten out. Squat low, fingertips reach forward first before coming onto the back. Roll back, maybe you find the feet this time, toes find the floor for a kind of plow variation. Roll yourself back forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, maybe doing these a little bit faster now. Exhale, hands heart to heart center. Inhale, reach up. And fold. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, forward. And fold over the thighs. Reach back up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, back to the floor. Inhale, look forward, send the hips back. Exhale, squat. With control, maybe find the feet, toes to the floor. Inhale, back forward, finding your half fold. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, back up. One more time, I believe. Fold forward. Make your 7 shape, belly away from the thighs. Squat low. Roll back, find the feet, maybe find Halasana briefly. Inhale, back up. And fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale, hands to heart center, modified Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B next. Inhale, Utkatasana, send the hips back with the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, hop back through Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, or your other choice of belly down, back bend. And exhale, roll over the toes, downward dog. On the inhale, right foot comes in between the hands, left heel splays out 45 degrees. Reach the arms up, maybe the hands touch. And exhale the hands to the floor. We'll do some handstands, hops, transitioning into our vinyasa. So you can come onto the left toes, bring the right foot back a little. We'll make a kickstand here. Left leg is going to reach high, lean the weight forward. Maybe you kick and bring the right heel in towards the glute. Land maybe in Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot comes forward this time for Virabhadrasana 1. Right toes splay out. Bring the arms up. Exhale the hands to the floor. Onto the right toes. Left foot comes back a little. Reach the right heel up. Maybe just hovering the weight forward, practicing that. Or kick up. Find a little hang time. Left heel stays in towards the glute. Exhale as you lower Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward dog. Take 5 or so breaths here. Try to smooth out the breath again. Maybe you see if there's anywhere in the body that needs to be stretched out a little. Find that stretch for you. Bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, hop to the front of the mat, landing lightly in between the hands. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, fold forward. Send the hips back, inhale the arms up for Utkatasana. And exhale, hands to heart center. Next on our list here is a crescent and then a balancing crescent after that. You can bring the feet all the way together here if you'd like. Inhale the arms upright. Find your Vira Mudra here, warrior hand gesture. Reach out through the body and exhale over to the right. Draw the belly in. Squeeze down through the inner thighs, even pressing a little bit deeper through the inside of the left foot to reach out farther through the right fingertips. Inhale yourself back upright, and exhale, the hands can come to heart center. The other side, inhale, reach up, finding a bind or just reaching the hands upward. Exhale, send the hips over to the right as you reach out to the left. Keep on sending the hip out, farther lengthening through the whole right side of the body, the armpit, outside of the leg. Inhale yourself back upright, strong core. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We'll balance this time. Bring the feet a little bit farther apart. We'll inhale the arms upright, reach out to the right, and the left foot can start coming off the floor. Really engage the inside of the right foot, pressing the inside of the thigh towards the left. The more you bring the left leg out, reach the right fingertips out. Inhale, come up with control. Left hand lands lightly. Hands come to heart center. Other side here, separate the feet a little. Inhale the arms upright, find your bind. Hips to the right, reach out to the left, start to bring the right foot off the floor. Press to the outside of the heel. Keep the belly in, heart rotating up a little bit if it's facing the floor. Maybe you turn the gaze up, challenge your balance, and inhale with control all the way upright. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll do a little mini sequence starting at the front of the mat. I'll be at the center because then I'll be out of the frame. But bring the feet close together. Standing wind reliever. Press the right foot into the floor, bring the left knee high, flex the left toes. Maybe you bring the hands to the hips to send the hips down. You can grab onto the left knee here, hold it in, maybe with both hands. Really grounding through the right foot, finding less grip with the toes. If you want to go deeper, bring the left knee out. We'll grab onto the left big toe. Right hand can come to the hip. Stay here or start to straighten out the leg. Draw the heel forward. Bring the left shoulder blade back in towards the spine. If you'd like, you can grab onto the foot with both hands here and fold forward. One last thing here, maybe you bend the right knee. Come all the way down into a pistol squat. Maybe you find balance and maybe you can press yourself upright or use the hands. Either way, knee will come back. We're at the front of the mat here, and left foot will come all the way to the back of the mat. We'll find Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Right toes stay facing forward, left toes face the long edge of the mat. Reach in two opposing directions. Send the tail towards the floor, lengthen through the inner thighs, send the leg bones back into space. Inhale, straighten out the front leg for Triangle Trikonasana. I'll bring my back foot in just an inch. Reach out through the right fingertips, and the right hand can come to the outside of the foot, or you can modify with the block. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Ground down deeper through the right big toe mound. Try to straighten out the hamstring. On the inhale, reach the torso a little bit higher away from the floor. And exhale, see if you can elongate in 5 different directions. Through the feet, through the hands, through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. Exhale, both hands come to the floor for intense side stretch. The left foot will come in and out a little bit, facing the front left corner of the mat. Inhale, flatten out the spine, send the right hip back, left hip forward. And exhale, fold over the thighs. Keep on sending the hips back, the heart forward, and you can kind of wave down the leg. Keep the outside of that left leg strong as well, not coming onto the right toes, but lengthening away from the front of the mat. We'll find revolved intense side stretch, Parsva Konasana. Tanasana, sorry. Right hand is going to come to the outside of the left shin as the left hand comes to the outside of the right shin. And try to revolve yourself underneath the left bicep, maybe turning the gaze towards the front of the mat. Send the inside of the right thigh towards the left and the outside of the left thigh towards the right. Kind of like a compass pose type of stretch here. Inhale, hands find the floor again. And exhale, we'll do some handstand hops. Left toes come back, right foot comes back, making your kickstand. Reach up through the left heel, maybe just shifting weight forward, practicing shoulders in front of wrists. Or you can kick up, finding some split hops this time. Legs reach in two opposing directions. Keep the belly and try to straighten out the arms. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, send the shoulders back, curl the heart forward. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward dog. Smooth out the breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And we'll find Padangusthasana, big toe hold. So you'll lift the toes, bring the peace fingers underneath the big toe and the thumb in between the peace fingers. Try to pull the feet off the mat. You're making so much strength in the arms. And exhale, fold forward. Start to draw the weight in towards the toes, leaning the hips a little forward. Fold the elbows out to the sides. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, let go of those toes. Bend the knees, bring yourself up into Tadasana. We'll do that on the other side. This time, weight is going to come onto the left foot as you bring the right knee up. Flex the right toes, maybe using the hands to draw the hips down. Grab onto the right shin for standing wind reliever or extended wind reliever. Maybe both hands come onto the shin to draw it in closer. So you can bring the thigh out a little bit to grab onto the big toe. Stretch the heel out in front, setting the right shoulder back. Draw the belly in. Stay here, maybe you grab the foot with both hands. You can fold forward. Maybe a little bit of a bend in the standing leg to help. And you can fold forward here through a pistol squat or lower here actually. Maybe finding the full pose and try to bring yourself back up. I didn't quite make it, that's okay. Or let go of the right foot, bring it all the way to the back of the mat. Find warrior two. Reach out in two opposing directions. Send the front knee towards the pinky side. Back thigh towards the wall behind you. Lift the heart, lift through the crown of the head. Triangle pose, straighten out the left leg. Bring the right foot in a little bit. Reach out through the left side, making sure the heart is lifted and the hand can come to the outside of the foot if you'd like. Reach the right hand up. Draw the belly and reach out through the hips, forward through the crown of the head. Press through the left big toe down to stretch out that hamstring just a little bit more. Both poses are going to require some hamstring flexibility and strength, so take advantage of that in your triangle. Inhale and exhale, both hands to the floor. Intense side stretch, right foot comes in and out, toes face the front right corner of the room. Flatten out the back, inhale, and exhale, fold over the thigh. Make sure the back of the right leg is activated, pressing away, but draw the right hip forward. Draw the belly in, send the chest towards the shin, crown of the head towards the toes. We'll revolve our intense side stretch. So you're going to reach the left hand back. Maybe you find the thigh, or you can go deeper down the leg to the shin, outside of the ankle. Right hand reaches for the left ankle, and revolve yourself underneath the shoulder. Maybe you turn the gaze forward. Keep on sending the inside of the left thigh forward and the outside of the right thigh back. Trying to stack the hips a little bit better. Inhale. Hands can come onto the floor. We'll do some handstand hops. Left foot's going to come back onto the right toes. Lift the right heel. Stay here, leaning the weight forward, or maybe you kick up into a split handstand. Reaching the legs in two opposing directions. The more you're reaching outward through the legs, the less weight the arms will have to take on, kind of like a tight wire. Inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Keep on pressing the mat away, drawing the heart towards the shins. You can open up the armpits, spread them away from one another, lengthen through the triceps, get a little bit deeper into your back bend. Bend the knees, look forward, step, jump, hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, full fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a few breaths. Maybe closing the eyes. Slow down the breath, the energy a little bit. Another little standing sequence here. We'll start in Baddharta Padmottanasana, so you're bind lotus forward fold. Right foot stays on the mat. Bring the left foot up. Kind of like you're coming into tree, grab onto the left ankle and bring the inside of the foot into the right hip crease. You can stay right here with both hands on this left foot, or you can wrap the left hand around. Find the inside of the foot. We'll inhale the arm upright and send the left knee towards the floor. Tuck the tail, draw the belly in. Inhale. And bend the right knee slightly as you bring the right fingertips to the floor. You can inhale, flatten out. And exhale, full fold, bending the right elbow back to draw the crown of the head towards the floor. Feel into that right thigh. If it's a little bit too deep of a stretch, bend the knee, come out of the fold a little bit. On the inhale, we'll bend the knee again, coming back up. You can uninterlace the left hand from the left knee, bring the left knee back, and then step back, high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step the left foot forward. We're going to do revolved Uttanasana here, Parivarta Uttanasana. So you'll bring the inside of the right thumb towards the outside of the right shin, right hand to the outside of the left shin. Send the hips back, maybe bending the knees to get underneath that right armpit. You can start to face towards the front of the room, drawing the belly in, rotating it towards the front of the room. Your hips will probably come over to the right, keep on sending them back. Inhale, gently release, forward. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, reach up, maybe a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We'll do the other side. You stay at the front of the mat, I'll face the camera. Bring the weight into the left foot here as you bring the right foot up like you were coming into Vrikshasana, except the inside of the foot will come to the inside of the left thigh. Maybe you keep the grasp with two hands, or you can reach the right hand around, grab onto the inside of the right foot. As you reach up through the left fingertips, send the right knee down. Find a place on the floor to help you balance a little bit better. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward, bringing a little bend into the left knee. Hand finds the floor, maybe you bring a block in. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Keep on dragging the right hand down, left hand down, elbow back to help bring the upper body closer towards the shin. Back off of that left hamstring stretch if you need to. Roll the right shoulder back, the chest is coming, or the shoulder is coming away from the floor. We'll bend the knee again, Bring yourself all the way upright. Let go of that knee. And big step back into high lunge. Inhale, reach a little bit taller. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step yourself up. Revolve Uttanasana, other side. This time you'll bring the right hand over to the left shin and revolve the palm, bringing the thumb up and the pinky down. You can grab onto the outside of the left shin. Pull yourself down, trying to revolve the heart forward. Send the hips back, maybe the left hip a little bit in if it keeps on creeping out towards the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, go ahead, hop back into plank. Lower the knees. We'll find tabletop. Gonna do a little bit of core work here, also doing some back bending, just as a little counter pose to the mostly kind of forward folding shapes we'll take. Ground the left knee, bring the right heel up, kind of doing a donkey kick here, lengthen up through the heel. Send the chest forward. Bring the weight off the left hand and you can reach back here, finding the inside of the heel. Press the heel back. Lengthen forward through the left shoulder. Can even kick the knee up a little, point the toes if you'd like a full revolved half bow in tabletop here. I'm not sure if there's another name for it. Inhale. Exhale gently with control. Right knee finds the floor as well as the left hand. You can shake it out. Maybe you need to rest the wrists here a little before we do the other side. Okay, ground through the right knee. Left heel is going to come up. Flex the toes. Bring the weight onto the left hand, reaching the right hand back. Find the heel. Press the shin back into the hand. You draw the right shoulder back, but square the chest forward, maybe rotating the left bicep towards the front of the room. So you can stay here, maybe point the toes and lift the shin a little bit higher, straightening out the leg. Revolved half bow in tabletop. Keep the belly in, core engage. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Left knee comes to the floor as well as the right hand. Come onto your back. We'll do some Urdhva Prasarita Padottanasana UPPs if I got that right. We'll bring the hands to the sides for this one out to a T. Doing the revolved version. Bring the heels up. Upside down staff pose here. Reach out through the heels, flex the toes, draw the belly, and feel the lower back connected to the floor. We'll lift the hips, bring them over to the right, lower the legs, squeezing the inner thighs over towards the left, aiming towards the left fingertips. You don't have to find them. Inhale back upright. Shift the hips over to the left. Lower the feet over towards the right this time, squeezing the inner thighs, energy out through the heels. Inhale, lift upright. One more side per time. If you need to bend the knees, bend the knees. Exhale over towards the left. Inhale, upright. Shift hips over towards the left. Exhale, heels over towards the right. Inhale, back up. And exhale, draw the knees in. Compress the thighs into the abdomen here. Maybe massaging the organs in the lower back. We'll rock up and down a couple times until we make our way all the way to seated. We'll do some forward folding shapes. Paschimottanasana is first. Bring the heels out in front. Sit up nice and tall in your staff pose. Draw the belly in, lift the heart. Press through the hands to lift through the crown of the head a little bit higher. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Find the feet or maybe use a strap. Inhale, flat back. Send the hips back one at a time. And exhale, fold over the thighs. Use the core here, especially today. Draw the belly in to help send the chest forward and squeeze the shoulder blades back into the back. Lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Press the thighs into the floor. Inhale. And exhale, bring yourself upright. We'll do a bound half lotus forward fold. Right knee is going to come in and place the right foot to the top of the thigh here, kind of like we did in the standing forward fold. So you can do no bind here and just reach for the left foot, or maybe reach behind. Helps me to place my left hand into the right foot to grab onto the right foot with the right hand. Swivel yourself forward. Inhale, reach the left hand up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat spine. Send the hips a little bit farther back, heart forward for a cow shape, and then fold a little bit deeper. Keep on rolling the shoulders back, especially the right one. Pull it up and away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, if you have the half bind, go ahead and grab onto the foot. Extend forward using both hands for this last exhale. And then bring yourself upright. Gently bring the right foot back and forward. We'll do the other side. Left foot is going to come in. Foot to the right hip crease. Compress the right foot into, reach around left foot in, to reach around and grab that left foot with the left hand. And then face forward. Inhale, reach out through the right hand. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine, send the hips back, find a little bit better grounding in the hips and roll forward. Breathe to your maximum potential here. If you feel like you're shortening your breath, come a little bit out of the pose to expand using the breath rather than forcing yourself into a position the body necessarily isn't ready for. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself upright. Bring the left knee up, left leg comes forward. Wide-legged forward fold is next. Feet are going to come out 90 degrees or maybe a little bit more. Reach out through the heels, send the tail back. Inhale, lift the heart away from the floor. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. For this one, if you'd like to grab onto the feet or big toes, you can do that. We'll be finding this exact shape as the seat is our balance point. So maybe use the toes and use some repetition of shape. Allow the body to kind of remember this to maybe find a better upward Upavishta Konasana wide-legged forward fold. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bring yourself upright. Bring your knees in. We'll find a heron's pose next. This is going to prepare you especially for boat pose, just in the way we're sitting upright and folding over the legs. So you can bring the right foot into half your Ardha Virasana. If this is uncomfortable for you, right leg can come forward kind of like in an easy seat position. If you do have the right foot back, see if you can sit up nice and tall, pressing into both butt cheeks. If you're leaning over to the left too much, just roll up the blanket, place it underneath. You can grab onto the left foot and press the left heel up, the toes as well. Come onto the front of the sit bones here. So if you're leaning back into this, try to reach up forward, squeezing the shoulder blades back. If you want to fold, you can fold into the pose as well. We'll revolve here as well, so you can grab onto the inside of the foot with the left hand, outside of the foot into the right, and try to revolve yourself underneath the left shoulder. Keep on using the arms, the core to help lift your spine up taller. Try not to sink back. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back forward. Let go of that left foot. Leaning to the left, bring the right foot out. Shake out the legs a little bit here. We'll do the other side. Left foot comes into half hero. Make sure you're grounded in both sitting bones. If not, roll the right blanket underneath. You can start by grabbing onto the right foot and extend the leg. If you need to keep a bend, keep a bend. Try to lift the chest, sending the shoulder blades back. And with a few breaths here, maybe you start to fold a little bit more. Really pressing down into the tail to help lift the heart a little bit higher. Maybe we find the revolved position here too. Left hand to the outside of the right foot, right hand to the inside of the foot, and draw the heart over towards the right side of the room. Bring the belly in, trying to turn that to the outside of the right thigh. Maybe you turn the gaze back. Inhale. And exhale, back to center. Extend the legs. Shake them out a little bit. Finally, coming into our boat pose, we'll just go with the more advanced variations since you probably already know the easier ones if you're doing this video. First is your Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana 1, so you're upward facing Paschimottanasana. Sit up tall like you're coming into boat pose, except knees are not going to come all the way in, but extend outward so you can grab onto the big toes. Sit up. Maybe just bring the heels off the floor. You can start to bring the shins parallel to the floor. If you can extend the legs, extend the legs. Draw it down through the tail. Maybe you turn the gaze up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders back. Concentrate on breathing. And when you're ready, slowly make your way out the same way you came in. Next up, Urdhva Padma Paschimottanasana, half lotus boat. There's one with a bind, there's one without the bind. We'll do no bind first. Right leg's gonna bend, bring the right foot into the hip crease for half lotus. Bend the left knee, grab onto the outside of the foot. Maybe you keep a bent knee here, or extend the leg. Grab onto the foot with the right as well. Keep on rolling to the front of the sit bones, maybe bending the elbows to bring that leg a little bit closer into the upper body. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Extend the left leg, bring the right leg out. Other side. Left foot comes in up into the right hip crease. If you need to do more of a figure 4 boat, you can always do that as well. Otherwise, right foot comes in. Grab onto the foot, balancing. Left hand can find the foot as well. Press the big toe mound into the hands and bend the elbows to draw the foot closer and towards the body. Bring the belly in. Inhale. And exhale, slowly to the floor. Extend the right leg, extend the left. For the bind one, same as you would come into the half bound lotus forward fold. Right foot comes in. Grab onto the foot with the right hand. Bring the left foot in, grab onto the outside of the left foot, maybe hovering here, or straighten out the leg. Draw the elbow in to get the leg closer. Just a little bit different. See how this may affect the balance a little bit more differently than it was without the half bind. Maybe nothing at all, but maybe you do feel a slight difference. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Extend the left leg. Help the right foot out. Extend the right leg. We'll do the other side. Bring the outside of the left foot into the right hip crease. Grab onto that foot. Right foot's going to come in. Grab onto the outside of the foot and extend the heel and the toes forward. Press down through the tail, lift up through the heart. Keep on rolling that left shoulder back into space. Inhale, maybe turn the gaze up. And exhale, gently release. Right foot extends, help the left leg out. Extend that one as well. Next is a boat compass hybrid. So we kind of did that revolved herons pose to get into this shape. You're going to start by lifting the right leg up. Grab onto the outside of the right foot with the left hand, and the right hand will come to the inside of the thigh. Keep on pulling the thigh back so you get it behind the tricep here. You can extend the right leg at this point in your compass pose, but you'll have to grab onto the left foot too. Find that left foot with the right hand. Lean back and press the left foot into the right, maybe extending both legs and turning the heart towards the wall behind you. I've fallen out. It's a really hard pose. Maybe you can find a little balance in it. I'm probably not going to try again though. Once you're done experimenting with that side, and don't feel bad if you can't get into the even sundial shape in the first place, but bring the left foot in. Grab onto the outside of the left foot, left hand, plants into the floor. See if you can extend the left leg for your compass sundial shape. If you get that, come onto the right seat a little bit more. Bring the right foot in, grab to the outside of the right foot. Maybe just hover the right foot, or start to extend the leg. You can turn the gaze towards the wall behind you. If you find some balance, use the core to help lift the upper body. The straighter the body, the easier it's gonna be. I've fallen out again. I'll roll myself back up. Ubaya Padangusthasana is next. It's kind of like your upward facing boat pose, except we're gonna bend the elbows and bow the head towards the shin. Instead of grabbing onto the big toes, we'll grab onto the outsides of the feet, connect the knees for this one, straighten out the legs. One way that helps me is if I grab onto the backs of the heels and point the toes, kind of bring the insides of the armpits to the calves, and I'll reach up here. Don't find balance in this pose every day. I'll do my best. Head towards the shins, roll to the front of the seat. Maybe you've wobbled out again like I have. Just take it patiently. Don't judge yourself for not getting into a really advanced pose. Just keep on working on it. This one's a little bit easier. We'll close with a little bit of an easier boat pose just for some confidence. Wide-legged boat pose. Urdhva Upavishta Konasana, upward wide-legged forward fold. Bring the knees in. Grab onto the big toes or the outsides of the feet. Sit up nice and tall. Start to extend the legs. See if you can bring the upper body in between the thighs, pressing out through the toes. Roll to the front of the seat. Inhale. Maybe you turn the gaze up. And exhale, gently come out with control. Bring the legs out in front, shake them out. So we've done most of the hard work for today. We'll do an inversion just because I like to invert in every practice. If you want to go ahead and wind down, do a twist and a supine hip opener and end, you can do that. Otherwise, shoulder stand. We did all those roll backs and a forward fold, so you should be in a pretty good position to do shoulder stand. Come onto your back. Bring the hands onto the floor, and as if you were coming up into a bridge here, plant the hands and root through the shoulder blades. This time, lift the hips. See if you can bring the hands to the lower back. Keep on crawling them closer up the lower back. Point upward through the toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. You can turn this gaze straight up towards the ceiling. Keep on trying to straighten out the body, squeezing the inner thighs, sending energy out through the toes. A deep breath in. Exhale, come out slowly with control. Bend the knees. Bring the hips onto the floor. Widen the feet. We'll do some windshield wipers. So you can bring the knees out to the right, flexing the toes. And then the knees out to the left, still flexing the toes. Rock back and forth. Try to slow down the energy, slow down the breath here. Bring the knees in, we'll twist over to the right, reach out to the left. You can turn the gaze out toward the left fingertips. I like to flip the left palm to stretch out the neck and bicep a little bit more. And if you wanted to do any other variation of twist, go ahead and find that. Use the belly, draw in and up towards the spine to help rotate the whole abdomen towards the right side of the room, as maybe you root the left knee a little bit deeper over towards the right. Roll yourself up back to center, other side, knees to the left, reach out through the right fingertips, turn the gaze to the right. Maybe you squeeze the right shoulder blade in a little bit deeper, trying to ground through both shoulder blades, bringing the stretch a little bit more into the upper back, as it's usually mostly around the lower back and the hips. We'll draw the belly in, rotate it over towards the right, while you energetically bring the knees over towards the left. Bring yourself into wind reliever, grabbing onto the knees one last time, and then you can soften In Shavasana, stretch out the arms and legs. Try to soften the physical body into the mat. Seeing if there's resistance anywhere to that support underneath you. I'll let that go. Just trust that the support is going to keep you safe while you rest. Soften the breath, but keep the mind alert. Let go of any thoughts that are trying to take you away from this moment, away from the body, away from the present. We'll be here a little while longer. Namaste.